Lillard is not just the best player on the Blazers, he's the team's unquestioned leader. But he said leadership is not all about talking. It's about letting others hold you accountable, too. Being coachable and committing to a common purpose. For him, guys, being a leader doesn't mean he puts himself above his teammates.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. We got a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Memphis. They're holding the edge for the last playoff slot. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And, of course, there's the Trailblazers, sitting directly below them, just one spot down.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught-in-the-middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Whiteside is out there with Nurkic, and it's Anthony in at the 3. We've got a terrific front court matchup tonight. Chris, you were the prototypical 4 when you played. Who was the toughest power forward you had to defend?
Okay, well, I'm going to give you the same answer I always have. When I was in the West Coast, any given week, this is who I had to guard in a week's time. Tim Duncan, Garnett, Nowitzki, Rasheed Wallace, Robert Horry, it's Karl Malone. That was all in the West Coast, and I think I played in the golden era of power forwards, and so I would just say put all their names in a hat, pick one out, and that's who was the toughest, because it was like that every night.
Hall of Famers, including yourself. Lillard from deep three-point land. That one's not going to go. And it's Memphis the other way. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland. Here's Morant. Portland grabs the miss. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Here's McCollum. Right through the D for the layup.
Oh, and even when you try to pressure McCollum, he stays calm. Gotta like his poise to the basket out there.
Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded. Brooks outside. The 3 ball. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Looking at Memphis, they want to turn it around after the loss to Portland. And here's McCollum for 3. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Brooks. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Morant. And he comes up with the deuce.
So good at making plays in the open floor, whether Morant's running the break or finishing it.
Passes it to Carmelo. And here's McCollum for 3. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got 5 points so far. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Morant with it. Lillard picks him up.
Come get it, come get it.
Here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
Out to the wing. Nurkic with it. 5 on the clock. The wide open look here for Anthony. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. To the inside. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And Valanciunas kicks to Anderson. That's good on the jump shot.
And this is what his team likes seeing. They want Anderson to keep taking these kinds of shots.
Here is Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis. And the basket by McCollum.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA scoring wire. 5th on the list, Damian Lillard.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Yo. Hey, yo, who got right side?
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Poke loose. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Shoots it up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls, and many fans in Memphis had hoped for a change. But, Chris, they still had some question marks with this new leadership.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because they're relatively young and unproven, former lawyers rather than basketball minds. But we're seeing that league-wide, teams are going with former agents and lawyers in their front office.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time. And so it's Memphis with it. It's a 5-point game. Here's Valanciunas. The rebound by Nurkic.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Here's Lillard. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Brooks against McCollum. Brooks, the pass to Morant. From 12 feet out. Here's Valanciunas. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Oh, man, I love watching Valanciunas score the ball. He makes it look so easy, and he makes the defense feel uneasy out there. Two.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
Valanciunas hits them both. A lot of different styles of basketball, and, we're talking about Coach of the Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just wanted a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon their offensive philosophy. The game is changing, so hopefully you have a coach that is flexible. Hopefully you have a coach that is forward-thinking, and you have a coach that says, let it fly. That might be the most important skill set of a coach, in my opinion. One that says, hey, you got an open shot, you better take it.
Here's Whiteside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rush his release a little bit.
It's Brooks on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. Jackson kicks to Anderson. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. No good from Valanciunas. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Right side. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Shooting one.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade, a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
One shot.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Now here's Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And here's McCollum for 3. And no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Pass to Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Morant. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Collins checked in for Portland. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And one of the younger players to enter the 2019 draft, Morant, wise beyond his years.
Valanciunas passes to Brooks. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Brooks outside. Jackson against Collins. 6 to shoot. Here's Morant. The putback and staying with the play, Valanciunas.
Oh, he's a sensational offensive rebounder. Valanciunas, he just has the nose for where to be when shots go up.
Now, Nurkic. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. McCollum dishes to Anthony. Collins kicks to McCollum. Pass to Anthony over Brooks. Anthony's shot is off.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make almost any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
Two shots.
That one drops. He ties it up. Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot.
Mm-hmm.
Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a two-step process. And for teams to just run all crazy or willy-nilly like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
The pass to Trent. Here's Simons. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Jones. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Valanciunas inside. Working on Collins. They get the rebound, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Oh, he uses his physical tools to the fullest when attacking the defense. That's a heads-up play by Valanciunas.
Hazonia with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Hazonia, the pass to Little. Deflects the pass. High arcing shot, and he lays it up and in.
Strong buckets like this help energize guys. I mean, Collins looking like no one can hold him there.
Jones the pass to Clark. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Passes it to Hazania. It's Clark with the rebound.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And staying with the play, Valanciunas. And now it's a 6-point Memphis lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Little. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Pass to Clark. Fires the 3. Little with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Simons. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Clark. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Two.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, and Kevin, in the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. I mean, a Western Conference Finals appearance in 2013. Now a new phase as they look to rebuild this roster.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for Memphis. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Brooks. And Chris, in the small market of Memphis, there'd been a resistance to hitting that reset button and going young.
Well, yeah, with fan attendance dropping in each of the last 4 seasons, I mean, they've reached their pain threshold. And with this team struggling, the writing was on the wall.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
We've got 1:48 left in the first. Trailblazers trail by 6. Fires, high post. A nice shot by Simons.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting his mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
Here's Clark. 5 points in the game. He dishes it to Jang. Pass to Melton. 3-pointer on the way. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. The pass to Simons. Good work there as it goes. Now just a 2-point Grizzly lead.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Clark, the pass to Jang, uses the glass to finish the layup.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Here's Trent. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Clark. They grab their own miss. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Second shot opportunity. No good on that one. It's been all about Jonas Valanciunas for the Memphis Grizzlies. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. We come back right after this. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, Hazonia out there with Little. Then it's Collins, and it's Simons in at the point. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Jones. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Hazonia, the pass to Little. Here's Simons. The tray. Traps in the tray. Simons has got 9. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Jones looking for an opening. Can't hit that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And the 10th pick in 2017 out of Gonzaga, Zach Collins, figures to be an important piece moving forward.
No, just a huge demand for rim protectors who can also space the floor. With this 9'3" standing reach, are you kidding me? He's a presence inside.
Whiteside's checked in for Hazonia. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Anderson's checked in. Portland moving the ball around. Whiteside, the pass to Trent. Little with the ball. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Melton, he feeds it to Jang. Clark, the pass to Melton. Not gonna fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first 3 from the floor. Pass to Little. Here's Simons.
Switch.
Out left to the wing. Whiteside kicks to Little. It's tipped.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Here's Melton. He's guarded by Collins. The kick out to Anderson.
Get it.
And he overshot that one, missing. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Trent passes to Collins. Here's Simons, defended by Allen. Anderson with the block.
And blocks like this fire Anderson up, which in turn get his teammates going as well.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, But the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. And so Allen will bring it up for Memphis. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. It's stolen by Anthony. Morant with the steal. Anderson up top. To end the drought. Can't connect from short range. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Anthony taking his time here. Lillard fires away from way outside, but they'll get another chance. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Nurkic. 5 to shoot. Over Allen. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Very capable of knocking it down from the mid-range. Nurkic is a guy you must stay tight on.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And you talk about shot makers, C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jang. And Brooks subbed in for Allen. Out to Brooks. The 3. The Grizzlies with another miss. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat, Craig, from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Portland shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. It's just this is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Out to the right wing. On the wing, Jackson. They need this. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Lillard misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Brooks. No good that time. Good D by McCollum. Portland leading by 3.
Shut up!
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on their offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
And so he makes both from the line.
and they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Now here's Morant, covered by Lillard. Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And then Lillard slams it in.
Yeah, Kevin, great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Come get it.
Now here's Morant. He's covered closely, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. And now let's find out who the top rookie setup men have been since the All-Star break with this look at the assist rankings. Ja Morant, number 1.
He's making progress in his first season in the league, and his command of their offense and opposing defenses improves every time he takes the floor.
Here's Brooks.
McCollum is solid at contesting shot. Does a nice job of getting hands up in time.
Shot!
And McCollum with the slam.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
The Grizzlies trail by 9. And here's Morant. 5 points in the game. He's guarded by Nurkic. Nurkic with the block. They retain possession. Pass to Morant. 4 on the clock. Good work defensively by Lillard. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
Hey, watch him!
Now here's Morant.
Hey, yo, right here!
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Covered by Anthony. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And Jackson gets it to go.
And his shot, has come around. For most of the first quarter, it looked like he might be in for a long night.
Anthony with it. He's picked up by Brooks. And here's McCollum for 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
One of the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA, C.J. McCollum. You wondered, though, would he be even better lined up as a point guard? I'm not sure. But his defense has been his shortcoming. At 6'3", his size is better suited for the 1.
Now here's Morant, covered by Lillard. Here's Valanciunas. Nurkic with the block. Lillard with no one around. Off target from outside. See, Webb, you think about McCollum as a point guard. His assists have dropped 3 seasons running.
Yeah, Kevin, but that's because his role on this team is to score. He's so skilled. He can get other guys involved, but you want him putting it in the bucket. Who's a better option than him besides Dame Lillard? On another team, though, with a chance to start at point guard, I wouldn't mind seeing that adjustment.
Anthony against Brooks. Anthony drawing the double team. There's the pass to Nurkic. And here's McCollum for 3. They get it back. Goes back up. And the rejection by Jackson. To the middle. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Oh, man, one of the smoothest young playmakers I've seen. Morant's passes are almost always on time and on point.
McCollum passes to Whiteside. Here is Lillard. Over Jackson. Keeps it alive, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got his second basket of the night.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And part of the reason they're down is that they haven't been as strong in the paint here in the second.
The Grizzlies have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Hezonja's checked in.
1 shot.
And the free throw, no good. And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
Yeah, I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it. But for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans. But we also want to keep the integrity of the game. And
Take a break.
Technicals means I get to yell at the referee more. Well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
That free throw, no good.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Good on the second free throw. Well, the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
And staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
You just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's good, and that's just his third make in 10 shots. An off game for him.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Now here's Morant, covered by Lillard. From deep. No good that time, and the Trailblazers going the other way.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
The Grizzlies trail by 15. Brooks outside. Now Morant. He has 7. Passes it to Jackson. Hits it from three-point range. Jackson's got 8 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Lillard. 8 points for him. There's the 3. They get it again. Nurkic. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Now, that's the way you want to end a quarter, with the momentum on your side.
And we finished one half of basketball. It's the Trailblazers leading by 14. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
C.J. McCollum was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, you talk about heady scorers. C.J. McCollum works at every angle. Has a feel for the game and defense. They can't guard him. No one can figure him out in the first half.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Allen in at the 3 slot.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
And it's Morant missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership. He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. Nurkic with it.
Come around.
And here is Anthony. It's McCollum on the wing, stolen by Brooks. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Feeds to Morant. Shoots over Lillard. And another miss by Memphis.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. Come on. That's not a smart shot.
Anthony kicks to Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Whiteside trying to break free. Lays it up and banks it in. 14 points for Lillard.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pass to Valanciunas. Nurkic with the steal.
Hey, yo, get on Miller.
Here's McCollum. 3-pointer, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists now tonight.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Anderson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Anderson's got his second bucket.
An 0 for 3 start to the first half is finally behind them. Now maybe they can get something rolling.
Lillard surveying the D. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jaren Jackson.
You better respect the interior game a little bit. When he gets deep inside, he forces the defense to hit him.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the pick-and-roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Yusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer, too. He had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick-and-roll game.
And he makes both free throws.
Timeout.
Well, you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. His play, his presence, Kevin, he's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Chris, you were talking about the presence of Lillard. Very cool and always composed.
Oh, Kevin, I love Damian Lillard. He's from Oakland. He has that town toughness. He's got that dog in him. He speaks softly and carries a big stick.
Let's take a look at the players that have been grabbing rebounds in bunches to lead the NBA over the last 10 games. Second is Hassan Whiteside. Jonas Valanciunas, third.
The work this twosome has done on the boards over that period cannot be overlooked. They've both been big factors.
Now the pass to Morant. It's Brooks on the wing. Dishes it to Anderson. That shot misses. Excellent D there from Anthony.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Anthony against Anderson. Here's the teardrop. Here's Anthony. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Clark, he's checked in for Jackson. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Brooks, and Jones subbed in for Morant.
One shot.
Chris, it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year it comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league can find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
Here's Melton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Sinks the three-pointer.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run. Lillard outside. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the way-in. Lillard's got 21 in the game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Anderson outside. Rob. Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Melton. Passes to Clark. The three. It doesn't go for him.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
To the wing on the left. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's good from long range. 24 points for him.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Tipped away. And now Portland on the break. A floater. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland. The free throw is good from Lillard.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
Anderson outside. Pass to Melton. Can they get it? That shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Trent, defended by Anderson. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got his sixth rebound on the night. Now, here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two.
And so it's Memphis with it. Here's Clark. He's guarded by Collins. No good from Clark.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Jones, no one around him. The Grizzlies with another miss. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
To the paint, it's tipped and stolen by Jang. Here's Jones. Banked in off the glass. Jones has got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Simons. He's got 9. Down low, here's Little. Can't hit from in close. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. It's Anderson with the drive. The shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Lillard.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Sinks the triple.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
Pass to Jang. Back to Anderson. Here's Melton. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
He's dragged them down with his performance today. I mean, a whole lot of zeros from him on the stat sheet.
Lillard, the pass to Collins. It's good. Collins has got 6 points.
Well, that's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Clark, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And that one falls for Clark.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Hezonja, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And so Clark nails both of them. Portland's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. It's stolen by Jones. And the pass to Allen. Back to Jones. Now Allen still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Kicks it out to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Simons, defended by Jones. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Allen with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Clark. He's guarded by Collins. Shot clock at 5. Here's Valanciunas. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Valanciunas has got 10.
The closer Valanciunas gets, the more dangerous he is, which is why he looks to score from there.
Here's Simons. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Here's Simons, defended by Jones. Shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. This gives us the chance to view the best three-point shooting teams this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so Allen will bring it up for Memphis. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
With a floater, offensive rebound, over to the wing. Simons, the pass to Whiteside. Three-pointer, nailed from three-point land. Simons has got 7 now in this quarter.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Passes it to Jackson. Kicks it to Morant. Pass to Allen. Valanciunas, it's not going to go for him. Now Portland takes it the other way. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's McCollum. And the rejection by Jackson. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it.
Yeah, you see the explosiveness there, the fluidity. Morant's unbelievable.
He's had a few chances at the line, 1 of 3 in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Check CJ.
McCollum against Allen. Pass to Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 5 assists in the game. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we'll be back with you shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting straight 49% from the field. Hazonia out there with Nurkic, and it's Adams in at point guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Chris, last season the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was
Me too.
Man,
I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually some I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company, actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
6 on the shot clock. And there's the pass to Horde. Portland no good that time either.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
Here's Morant. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Morant's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Memphis. Adams taking his time here. Passes it to Nurkic. Shoots over Morant. And that one goes long. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
You know what? I talked to Jaren Jackson this summer, and he told me he grew another 2 inches. So let's just call him around 7 foot right now with the 7'5" wingspan. Jaren Jackson, the perfect physique for today's defensive big.
Take a break.
He can protect the paint
2 shots.
and maneuver outside.
That's good from Jackson. He did play power forward at Michigan State and the NBA, but what's Jaren Jackson's long-term position, you think, in this league, Chris?
Well, you know what? I think he can play the 3, the 4, and the 5 with his shooting. Now, he's still experiencing guarding shorter players, and he's getting used to it, but moving his feet serves him well.
That one is no good. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union: prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone, and if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
And there it is for him. And that's now 6 points for Nurkic.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Inside, and finished off by Nurkic.
Oh, and all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
And here's Morant. The 11-footer, the Grizzlies with another miss.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Horde. Here's Nurkic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, the sheer size Nurkic possesses is sometimes overwhelming, which is how he gets these fouls. Oh, well, the best season of his career, Kevin. But then Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
Two.
Free throw good, Nurkic. And the Blazers were looking for that third star, and Chris Nurkic was starting to look like he might fit the bill.
Well, Kevin, let's think about it. You could argue that he was one of the top 5 centers in the league last season. He just turned 25, so hopefully he's still on the upslope of his career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies, Zhang comes in for Jackson, and it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, get the money. But what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see. And if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. See, we have excellent. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Allen surveying the D. To halt the run, Portland grabs the miss.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Now, here's Nurkic. Pass to Horde. Here's Gabriel. They get it back. Nurkic. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Melton passes to Zhang. Chris, I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
And Zhang drops them both. And Portland with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Here's Adams, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Josh Jackson.
Two shots.
Throw good, Adams. C-Web, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly with without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Allen for three. Portland grabs the miss. Hazanya's got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's stolen by Allen. Outside Jackson. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Nurkic. Adams wide open. Cans it from downtown.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Jang inside. He's guarded by Nurkic. Clock at 6. Allen for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Allen's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Adams outside. Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. When I got a chance to play home in Detroit, it was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years of my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever, I've never had a better feeling before a game than eating her food and being able to go out and play.
I bet. Little kicks to Hazanya. Pass to Adams. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Zhang's got 8 rebounds in this game. Outside, Jones. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And so Jones nails both of them. Portland's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Power down with both hands.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Melton to the inside. Kicks it out to Jones. The Grizzlies with another miss. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Adams. His three-pointer's off the mark. The Grizzlies shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them to say the least. That's tipped.
He's gone off the rails this quarter. And it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
Horde passes to Adams. Got a piece of it. The pass to Gabriel. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Little. Tries yet again, and the layup is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Passes it to Melton. Now here's Jang. He kicks to Tolliver. There's the triple. Gabriel with the rebound. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Pass to Horde. Adams with it. The wide open shot by Little. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead anyway.
Pass to Tolliver. Just 5 to shoot. The pass to Melton. Trying to end the drought. Gabriel with the rebound. Gabriel's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Horde. Now Little, guarded by Jackson. Now Little. Here's Adams. Off target from three-point range. Jackson looking around. Pass to Melton. A beautiful reverse layup. Melton's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, how pretty was that? Used the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
Adams, the pass to Little. It's stolen by Jones. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Yep, it counts. Jones has got 9 points now in just the second half.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Horde passes to Hazania. In the corner, it's Little. Shot clock at 5. Portland needs to get off a shot. And it's off the back rim, no good. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Trailblazers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Lillard.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Little with the ball. Adams outside. Gabriel, the pass to Adams. Here's Horde. No good on the triple. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.